Okay, so this is the first video I'm recording. I hope you enjoy it and hope you get to know a little bit of English, yes, and you have a good time. So for today's lesson, we have our topic that is holidays. So we are going to talk about holidays, right? Okay, maybe some of you are still on holidays, maybe you already had your holidays, and maybe there are some others that didn't take the holidays yet, didn't go on holidays. Okay, so let's begin. Before starting, I would like to show you some phrases that you can use in order to describe pictures. In this case, these 4 pictures that we're going to work with are related to holidays. So, but these phrases are useful to describe any kind of picture or images, so, right? What's in the picture? So when you can describe what you are seeing, you can say, in the picture, I can see people talking, hanging out, yes. Or you can use these phrases. There's a woman eating pizza next to the bar, for example. There are many horses running around a tree. Or there isn't any cow between the horses. I don't know, there aren't any kids or children at school today. All right. Then you can also mention which part of the picture is what you want to describe. For example, at the top of the picture, at the bottom of the picture, in the middle, yes, on the left, on the right. Next to, for example, there is a man standing next to the tree or to a tree, in front of, yes, behind, there is a dog behind the tree, for example. Near, they are near, there is a building near the park, for example. On the top of the building, I can see some birds flying, or under, you know, under the tree, I can see some insects, for example, right? Good. And then when something it isn't clear, that you don't know what it is, you're not certain about it, you can use, it looks like a dog, for example, it might be a car, he could be texting, or he could be listening to some music. Maybe it is a woman standing in the bus stop, right? Good. And another tip that I would like to give you is that whenever you are describing any picture, you need to use the present continuous. Yes, the verb with the ing form, right? Then we are going to learn about it, just to mention it. Maybe some of you already know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, we will work on this later. Good. So here we have the pictures to be described or related to holidays. So, for example, you may say, the picture at the top, I can see 2 people on the beach, They are sunbathing. Yes, they are sunbathing. Pay attention that I don't say sunbathe. They are sunbathe. Yes, remember, we use the present continuous with the ing form. Good. Or for example, um, next to the picture on the beach, next to this picture, I can see a group of people taking a photo, yes, or they are taking a photo, no, they take a photo, right? Or they are take a photo. Good. So this is for you to practice. Yes, try to brainstorm some ideas. So what can you mention about this picture? You can mention the place. You can mention the clothes. You can mention what they're doing. Anything that you can see in the picture, right? Good. We will continue working with more vocabulary that you can add to this description, right? Good. Let's see the seasons, right? The seasons. Okay, depending on where you're watching this, you may have the 4 seasons, or you may have only 1 season during the whole year. Yes, the more close, the closer you are to the equator, yes, there is more probability that you don't have seasons, that it's only summer throughout the year, or it's only winter throughout the year in some places. If you are more, if you are nearer the poles, any of the poles, the North Pole or the South Pole, yes. But here, I live in Argentina, right? So here we have the 4 seasons, right? So the first one that I would like to mention, and it is my favorite season, is winter. Winter. All right. If you prefer the American system of pronunciation, you may hear something like winter, winter, right? Okay, let's see. The next season. Spring, spring, right? This is the most people like this season because you have the flowers, the weather is warm, there are birds, people are in love, right? Good. Then we have summer, summer. Okay, again, those who prefer the American version, it could be something like summer, which is summer, right? Okay, and then we have autumn, autumn. Or you can also hear or listen to this as fall, fall. And here I want to clarify something. The American system, or the American version, let's say, and the British do not only distinguish in their pronunciation, they also have different vocabulary, yes, or words to describe something. This is one example. Yes, in the British version, British people use autumn, yes, to refer to the season, while American people use fall, okay? And then you will see more examples like this, right? Okay, just clarification. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we have some weather conditions here. These are the basic ones, yes, and temperature. So when somebody asks you, what's the weather like? Or what's the weather like in your country? What's the weather like in your city? Okay, so the first one is cloudy, cloudy, right? Cloud, so it's cloudy. What about this one? It's rain here. You can see rain. So it's rainy, rainy. Good. Here we have a cloud and the sun. So it is partly cloudy, partly cloudy. Good. And we can see the sun here, so it's sunny, sunny. Good. Okay, so here we have lightning. Yes, in lightning, like Lightning McQueen, a very famous character from a Pixar movie, Cars. Good. So it's stormy, stormy, right? Stormy. Okay, this one here is related to temperature. So it is hot, hot, good. So here this represents the wind. So it is windy, windy. Okay, this is again related to temperature. And it's in between. It's not hot, it is warm, warm, good, excellent. And what can you see here? Snow. So it is snowy, snowy, good. And the last one related to temperature again. So we have hot, warm, and cold, cold, excellent. All right. Now we will learn some more vocabulary related to weather conditions, right? Okay, so here you can see mist, mist. So it's misty, misty. What about this one? This is like a heavy mist, quite heavy. So it is not longer a mist, it is foggy. The weather is foggy. Good. We cannot see. Yes, we cannot see more than 100 meters, for example. And this is very dangerous if you are driving. You have to be very careful. Good. Next one. This is very common here in the city that I live, right? In summer, we'll have these weather conditions. It is hailing. Hailing, very good. Hailing. Next one. This is again very common here. You have a percentage of humidity. So it's wet or it is humid. Wet, I think, is the more common word. It's wet. But you can also use humid. Right. And the opposite, it's dry. Dry. Excellent. Good. Here we have the sky is 100% covered. 100% covered. So the word is overcast. Overcast. Excellent. We are learning a lot. Okay, what about this? This is more than hot. More than hot. Again, my city. It is boiling, boiling. Like the water when you are cooking, you have to boil water when you want to cook some things. Pasta, for example. Good, boiling. And the opposite is not cold, is chilly. Chilly is like a synonym. It's chilly. Good. And more than cold and more than chilly, it is freezing. Freezing. Right. Okay, this one we already see this one before. Warm. Okay, this is related to rain, but is lighter than a rain. It's lighter than rain. It's drizzly. Drizzly. Good, drizzly. Now we have the opposite. A heavy rain. A pretty heavy rain. So this is pouring. Pouring. Good. What about this one? You have a wind and you have the snow. This is a blizzard. Blizzard. Right. It's very common in the south of Argentina. Good. And what about this one? The sky is clear, so it is bright. You can see the sun shining up there. Good. Okay, so here is your first activity that you have to do. Group the weather conditions into these categories. Group together, right, on the weather conditions. Here you have the categories: rain, clouds, wind, temperature, cold, and clear. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Here you have the answers, but don't cheat. You do it yourself, and then you check with this, right? I will paste the link on the description for you to be able to do this activity. When you open the link, you will find this web page. Make it bigger. Okay, so these are anagrams. So you have to order the letters to make the words, yes, related to weather conditions. I will show you, yes. Press start, click on start. And here we have a picture. What's the weather like? It's cloudy, so you're going to order the letters. In order to do that, you have to grab it and move it to the correct place. Yes. Cloudy. Perfect. Okay. See, you have the sun. The second one, you have the sun. So it is sunny. Very good. And you do the same with all the pictures. Yes. Good. And at the end, you will get a result, right? You will do everything like that. Good. Excellent. Right. Okay, so after you do this activity that you practice this vocabulary, yes, we are going to do a listening activity. Listening activity. Okay, again, I will give you the link. Yes, you will find the link on the description box. And you will open this web page. You will find this. And here it's the activity. So the question is, what's the weather like? Again, so you're going to look at the map of Europe and the cities. You will listen to the weather forecast and you will write the temperature on the map. Here you have the listening. Okay. Okay, so before listening, yes, to the audio file, I suggest you to take a look at the map. Yes, trying to identify the cities and the countries, because maybe the country is not mentioned, but you can listen to the city, or the other way around. The country, it is mentioned, but not the city, right? So try to take a look and then you listen and then you complete the activity. The only thing that you have to do is to write the weather, the temperature, 15 degrees, for example, or 20 degrees, I don't know. Yes, according to what you hear. Okay. Once you do that, you go to the second activity. Again, you listen to the audio file and decide if the sentences are true or false. So you have to write T for true or F for false. So it is wet and windy in the north of Europe. True, I don't know, for example. False. It's going to be wet and windy in Poland and Germany. False. Okay. Again, here I suggest you the same. Read all the sentences and then you complete. Okay. Another clarification. You may listen to the audio file as many times as you need. There is no problem, because maybe the first time you just listen blah, 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 and you don't get anything, and it's okay. Don't get frustrated, relax. You will listen a second time, and I assure you that you're going to understand some words. You're going to pick some words or phrases. And the third time, you will get sentences and you will get the ideas more clearly, right? But take your time, because conversation or recording, it's an authentic audio. So it's not the same as the ones that are adapted to the level, okay? So relax, listen as many times as you need, and then you complete. And once you finish, you click here in this button, terminado, that means finished, okay? And comprobar mis respuestas. So you will check your answers. And well, here, because I didn't complete it, you see it in red, but you see here you have green when it is correct. Here you have the mark. Well, not so good. All right. Excellent. All right, so time's up, people. Up to here for the first lesson on the topic holidays. Okay, remember that you can include all the vocabulary that we work on today in the description of the pictures. You can talk about the weather conditions, the seasons, and the temperature. Trying to include as many words as you can. Yes, try to include all this vocabulary into the description of the images, right? And I hope you have enjoyed it, that you like these lessons, and soon, very, very soon, you will find the second lesson, the third and the fourth, and all the lessons related to holidays. All right, people, bye-bye.
Gramatica.com